Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. On behalf of the University of Strathclyde, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you to the Barony Hall, to this congregation for the conferment of degrees. Today is a very special day in the university calendar. It's a graduation day, which means it's a day of celebration, not just for our graduates, for their family and friends, but indeed for all of the staff of the university. And I can't think of a better venue in which to start that celebration than here in the Barony. In the United States, they refer to these events as commencement ceremonies, as graduations are used to signify the beginning of a new journey as opposed to an end. It's in this spirit that we also celebrate graduations at the University of Strathclyde. Now, in a few moments, it will be my privilege to cap each of our graduates as their name is called out and they come on stage to receive their awards. The capping tradition is recognised as a rite of passage and as a mark of achievement. And for each of our graduates, once capped, this signifies that they are now part of a community of scholars at the University of Strathclyde that can stretch back over 200 years to the Scottish Enlightenment. So they'll be in very good company. At the close of graduation, we have a reception in our nearby Lord Todd building, to which everyone is invited to attend. We also hope to have an academic procession from the Barony to the Todd, but that will very much depend upon the weather. We'll keep our fingers crossed that it stays as good as it appears just now. In the meantime, I do hope that you enjoy the ceremony, and when you see your loved ones come on stage to receive their awards, please feel free to celebrate. These occasions do not come round very often, so please make the most of it. I now formally declare this congregation for the conferment of degrees open, and I invite Professor Ian Ruthven to present the Strathclyde People Award. Thank you.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to present to you Mr. Craig Taylor. Craig graduated from the Department of Computer and Information Sciences in 2008. At that time, one of the main research activities in computer information sciences was developing decision support systems for use in sub-Saharan Africa, developing new tools to help farmers utilise computer technology to better manage the health of their precious livestock and make best use of scarce and remote resources such as trained veterinarians. One of our colleagues in computer information sciences, Crawford Reevy, offered a final year project to develop new mobile phone solutions for this market, which Craig undertook in 2008. The aim of the project was to implement a decision support tool capable of deployment in a mobile phone, which could aid animal health assistants and veterinarians in the diagnosis of endemic bovine diseases in sub-Saharan Africa. This was a challenging, far-sighted project. Even 6 years ago, mobile phones were basic and rather difficult to program, and even more challenging to evaluate how end users could integrate such technology into their everyday lives. After graduating, Craig moved to work with charterists, with the ideas gained in his final year project about how technology and infrastructure were evolving in countries like Ethiopia led to the idea for a new company to specialise in the creation of mobile technology to address animal and human health issues in the developing world. With his colleagues, Ian Collins and Sami Ibrahim, also Strathclyde graduates, he created a new company, Kojengo, to realise the potential of new technology to support veterinary professionals, animal health workers, and rural farmers in Africa. Of course, the potential on its own is not sufficient to create a successful new business, and every new venture needs practical support. At Strathclyde, we believe in empowering entrepreneurs through our university alumni networks and our own practical experience in entrepreneurship to create a safe and supportive environment for new businesses to start on what can be a very uncertain road. Craig benefited from an ongoing relationship with Strathclyde after his graduation. The Strathclyde Entrepreneurial Network supported Kojengo in early stages in a number of ways, including alumni mentoring from the Enterprise Partner Programme. To raise awareness and support for his opportunity, Craig was selected to present at a Strathclyde 100 event, where entrepreneurs pitch ideas to the Strathclyde alumni community and others in the Scottish Enterprise Network. This event led to the introduction to the Gabriel Investment Syndicate, which helped launch the business with seed funding. Kojengo was also one of the first companies to take part in the university's Rising Star programme, which offers office space, a dedicated mentor, and business support. Now in partnership with Microsoft, through a Microsoft Innovation Grant to develop the technology, Congengo provides groundbreaking diagnostic tools and disease surveillance data for farmers throughout Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, and Tanzania. Their Vet Africa app allows vets and rural farmers to diagnose disease in livestock quickly and accurately and find the right drugs to treat them, helping tens of millions of farmers in sub-Saharan Africa protect the health of their livestock. During a visit to the university, Deputy First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said, "Congengo is a shining example of a new generation of creative Scottish companies with the ambition and skills to create and grow successful businesses." Having benefited from support, mentoring and guidance from Strathclyde alumni volunteers himself, Craig has generously volunteered his own time and experiences to the Strathclyde community, and in particular to support the entrepreneurial ambitions of our current students. Craig has not only trudged from class to class, encouraging entrepreneurial students and researchers to take part in the university's Enterprise Pathway programme, but during the intensive training weekend element of the Enterprise Pathway, he spent time with various student groups supporting the development of their business ideas. He has and continues to take part in events which raise awareness of enterprise activities at Strathclyde and inspire our students to give entrepreneurship a go. From student hackathons to showcase events, he is always willing to give his time for the greater good. His work with researchers during last year's Strathclyde Solutions Exchange allowed participants to work with him in real business issues, pushing them to look beyond the limits of their own subject area and arming them with transferable skills and business know-how. And of course, he's now giving students the same opportunities which kicked off his own entrepreneurial journey. Craig's journey started with a trip to Africa as part of his final year project. To complete the cycle, he's kindly offered other students in his former department the same opportunity. Working with Congengo, our current and previous students have had the opportunity to contribute to new technology for use by rural African farmers, including this year developing a facial recognition system for cows. He has also given them the opportunity to travel to Africa with Congengo to meet the potential users of their technology. The University of Strathclyde's mission is to be a place of useful learning for the good of all mankind, translating academic knowledge and ideas into practical outcomes to improve the quality of life of those around the world. And this is a goal that we all aspire to, staff, students and alumni. Graduating from Strathclyde is not the end of a relationship with the university, rather it's the start of a different relationship. The expertise of the Strathclyde alumni community plays a vital role in supporting the work of the university in creating new businesses that add to the economic well-being of Scotland. The university has created more than 50 spin-out companies, making annual sales of £80 million and employing more than 700 people. It has also created over 130 student and alumni companies. Last year, Strathclyde was awarded the Times Higher Education Award for the Entrepreneurial University of the Year, made in recognition of the outstanding culture of entrepreneurship fostered at the university through education, research, mentoring and partnership programs. Today, we are launching our celebration of Enterprise Week, which will run from the 17th to 21st of November. These successes would not be possible without the passion and involvement of our alumni. The Strathclyde People Award recognises the dedication, support and contribution of individual alumni to the success of Strathclyde's entrepreneurial spirit. Through his many alumni volunteering activities, Craig has stimulated entrepreneurial thinking, provided new opportunities for enhancing our students' university experience, and mentored new university talent. So it's with great pleasure, therefore, Vice Principal, that I ask you to present the Strathclyde People Award to Mr. Craig Taylor.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Strathclyde. It's a real honour to receive the Strathclyde People Award, and quite bizarre to be back 6 years after graduating. At least I know now I have something valuable to put on eBay if Congengo goes wrong, although I hope that doesn't happen. I'm now going to spend a few minutes just explaining what Strathclyde in my career has taught me so far and why Strathclyde is so important to me today. My career started 6 years ago in 2008 amidst what was, or what is, a very devastating recession, and I suppose testament to the reputation a degree from Strathclyde had. I found employment quite quickly, almost too quickly in my opinion, but it was a good experience and it taught me a lot A lot about hard work, perseverance, but also about focusing on the customer and really delivering solutions that make a difference. And even then, I looked back at my network at Strathclyde and thought, how can these people help me in hard times? And they were there for me then, and they're there for me now. It also taught me to be open-minded and, I suppose, don't discard opportunities that you don't expect. Some of the best opportunities I had, I didn't expect to come along, and they tend to be the best ones. So I'd encourage you to keep that mindset and embrace new things. Also listen, and listen hard to those around you who have more experience and knowledge than you. I thought I knew it all because I had a degree, and I was proved quite quickly to be very wrong. So there's a great wealth of knowledge and experience out there for you to tap into. These people will help guide you, and they will help you make less mistakes and get where you want to be much quicker. Stay connected to Strathclyde and the people around you here today, and you'll come across hundreds of people in your career at Strathclyde, or in your career, who went to Strathclyde, and they're always very willing to help and very engaging, and it will help you get where you want to be. I suppose also today, Strathclyde Entrepreneur Network means a hell of a lot to us. We have received office space, we've received marketing and sales support, we've received introductions to our non-exec chairman, non-exec director, everything that you need to start a young business. And we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the Strathclyde Entrepreneurial Network. And also, the last 12 months have taught me a lot, engaging with existing students. Seeing your passion, your enthusiasm, your drive for entrepreneurialism has really, given me the belief that Kujengo are doing the right thing. So thank you. I'm going to finish now. Good luck with the rest of today, and I hope you have every success in the future. Thank you again.
I now invite Professor Susan Hart, Executive Dean of Strathclyde Business School, to present our graduates to receive their awards.
Vice Principal, in the name of the University and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for Research in the Hunter Centre for Entrepreneurship, Antonio Sergio Pereira de Costa. For Research in the Department of Marketing, Leanne Higgins. For the degree of Master of Science in Human Resource Management, Fiona Claire Anderson. Kirsty Lauren Black. Joanna Burns. Andrew David Campbell. Douglas Gilmer Carrick. Siobhan Margaret Dalby. Connell John Davidson. Claire Edith Catherine Finnerty. Antonio Grigorov Grigorov. Gillian Hamilton Johnson. Tanzila Kauser Latif. Graham William James Lovett. Callum McInnes. Rona McInnes. Kerry Ann MacLeod. Anna Milanovic. Zoe Mitrou. Alicia Mary Mulvey. Laura Isabella Napier. Anastasia Marina Pukamisa. Yueyu Shi. Matthew Syme. Emilia Sultani. Rosie Elizabeth Stelfox. Nicola Louise Stirk. Katie Elizabeth Walmsley. Amanda White. Yijin Zhu. Wei Zhu. Thomas Zinas. In International Human Resource Management, Sarah Stacey Bell. Tanzir Ahmed Chowdhury. Kelly McEwen. Jie Kwang Shang. Kritima Supapet. Tran Thi Huang Kuan. Ling Zhong. In operational research, Megan Jane Campbell. David Andrew Hockney. Stephen Wilson. In business analysis and consulting, Konstantina Christoforou. Lo Yuman. Ronald Arbut Kangi Nyakairu. Katie Elizabeth Waters. Ling Ling Zhu. Bowen Zhu. In marketing, Qianlin Liu. In marketing with specialism in customer management, Tuful Al-Dahab. Kongpop Apibarnate Kich. Yu Chi Chu. Siraj Shuzon. Lorna Davidson. Ping Li. Lujain Ala Anasif. Praveen Ramesh. Shartirsiri Ratanashasviri. Julia Selcoveno. Asha Jane Sohan Parmar. Waran Torn Kesopast. Kawai Timothy Tsang. Yijin Wang. Weilin Wu. Si Yang. Zhu Qian Qian. In international marketing, Ferru Kute Aslim. Aline Desilo. Rona Lamont. Miriam Sultan. In international marketing with specialism in customer management, Pelagia Adrianopoulou. Agirio Yanis. Manpreet Arora. Kao Tito Yuan. Kao Zhen. Fan Chi Chung. Leslie Walker Kosh. Fantoutsakis Nikolaos. Bingzhen Feng. Victoria Glushkova. Renhao Guo. Men Ying Hao. Wei Li. Jiaojun Liu. Zhangpen Liu. Sarah Main. Anki Pan. Duan Kamal Pua Pongsakon. Papit Raksankon. Deborah Ramsey. Jun Wang. Yuan Bo Wang. Hamish Wilson. Mingji Zhan. Zhang Rui. Zhu Qingqing. Zhurong Zhu. In International Hospitality and Tourism Management, Umayma Hilal Nasser Al-Adawi. Lucia Aquilino. Varistra Chanintara. Eliana Iliadu. Kalimachu, Georgia. Haimin Lee. Natapon Metawat. Calliope Paniakatopoulou. For the postgraduate diploma in Human Resource Management, Lauren Margaret Johnson. Paula Lecker. Anthony McLean. Joanne McRae. Caris Ann Nally. Cheryl Elizabeth Townsley. Lindsay Waddle. For the degree of Master of Science in Business and Management, Charles Arthur Bourget. For the degree of Master of Science in Business Analysis and Consulting, Jackie Zhu.
Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, and most of all, Strathclyde University's newest graduates, it's my pleasure to once again warmly welcome you to our graduation ceremony here in the Barony Hall. Quite rightly, our graduates have been centre stage, and I would like to begin my address by congratulating all of you once again on your academic achievements. Your hard work has paid off, and this has now been recognised in front of your families, friends, and the staff who taught and supported you during your time at the university. As I mentioned earlier, graduation is one of the great moments in the university calendar. This is a proud day for you, for your families, and for all of us. Well done indeed. Now, in a short while, at the close of graduation, you may be asked to join the academic procession as this leaves the Barony Hall, provided that the rain stays off. This invitation symbolises the fact that you are no longer students, but now full members of the academic community of Strathclyde, a community that now numbers over 170,000 individuals. This is an important day for you all, and I hope that the memory of today is something that will stay with you wherever you go and whatever you choose to do in life. We will keep in touch through our alumni team, and I would ask that you also keep in touch with us. Let us know what you're up to, what you think about what we are doing at the university, and what you would like to do to help future generations of students. As Strathclyde graduates, you possess one of the most valuable assets anyone can have in today's world: a capacity to absorb knowledge, together with the ability to use this for the benefit of your community and the wider world. Nelson Mandela once said that education was the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. Do not underestimate this power or your responsibility to use it well. In Scotland, we are fortunate in having a higher education system which is internationally respected, and as a society, we are quite right to invest in this. However, education itself does not confer rights. The opportunities that education gives each of us also carries with it a responsibility to use what we have learned wisely and for the good of others. A sense of duty should come readily to graduates of this university. As Strathclyders, we only have to look at the achievements of those who have gone before us for inspiration. To John Anderson, our founder, who established this university for the good of mankind. To the world's first oilman, James Paraffin Young. To the missionary and explorer, David Livingstone. To John Logie Baird, who did such pioneering work on the development of television. In the present day, we look to Dame Eilish Angiolini, a pioneer in Scottish justice, as the country's first female Solicitor General, and later its first female Lord Advocate. And to Sir Tom Hunter, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Scottish history, and a philanthropist who has used his wealth for the great benefit of others around the world. There is a saying that we're all paid with two types of banknote. One is cash and the other is experience. Always take the experience, as the money will come later. Robert Louis Stevenson put it well when he said, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." Now, to reach this point in your lives today, each of you will have travelled a different journey. For some, the path will have been relatively smooth. For others, this may have been more challenging. However, I am certain of one thing, that none of you would be here without the active support of your family and friends. They have picked you up when you have been down, they have encouraged you when you have needed it, and they've even been willing to take in your dirty laundry. Now, they are celebrating today, not just because you're almost off the payroll, but because you carry with you their hopes, their wishes, and confidence for a successful career. For the past half hour or so, their applause has rung in your ears as you each in turn cross the stage to receive your awards. I would now like to invite all of our graduates to show their appreciation for the support received from their family and friends. I touched earlier on some of the key figures who have helped create and shape the University of Strathclyde. And you can tell a lot about the values of an organisation by looking at its roots. Strathclyde traces its lineage back to 1796, when Anderson brought it into being, the only Scottish university founded during the Age of Enlightenment and embodying the Enlightenment principles of reason, tolerance and equality. While our roots do go back over 200 years, it's also important to note that this year, 2014, we are marking the 50th anniversary of being granted our Royal Charter from Queen Elizabeth II. Anderson's belief in useful learning and his commitment to taking knowledge and using this for the greater good is a motivating force which gives Strathclyde University its momentum today. Indeed, it was our demonstration of this very commitment which helped Strathclyde to win the UK title of the Times Higher Entrepreneurial University of the Year last November and the Times Higher University of the Year in the previous year. And we are the first Scottish university to have won this prestigious UK title. The judges called our university bold, innovative and imaginative, attributes which you, our latest graduates, will embody. This can also be seen in the Hunter Centre for Entrepreneurship and the Fraser of Allender Institute, which are contributing directly to the development of the Scottish economy. Other faculty highlights over the last year include Professor Tim Bedford of Management Science, receiving the Geopolitical and Societal Category Prize in the Lodge Science of Risk Awards. Strathclyde was also ranked in the top 10 in Europe in the QS Distance Online MBA rankings. Students Chitra Sharma and Louise Shenna, both marketing, won the first prize in the Scottish Institute for Enterprises New Ventures competition. Jamie Cooper-Higgins, marketing, was the Scottish winner in the National Target Jobs Undergraduate of the Year Award. Anup Kathraniar, Strategy and Organisation, and Igor Pirku of Management Science represented the UK in the finals of the annual Tata Crucible Campus Quiz. And earlier this year, Professor Eleanor Shaw, head of the Hunter Centre for Entrepreneurship, travelled to Downing Street to receive the Small Business Charter Award in recognition of Strathclyde Business School's support for small businesses and start-up companies. And these are just some of the many contributions and achievements that have been made by our staff and students across Strathclyde Business School. And Strathclyde is being increasingly recognised as a place where things happen, and this is why our graduates are so highly prized by companies and organisations looking to recruit the best talent to drive their businesses forward. However, regardless of their discipline, all of our students learn how to be innovative, enterprising and creative, and they make a real difference when they go out into the workplace. So wherever your career takes you, always remember that as a Strathclyde graduate, useful learning carries with it responsibilities that go beyond academic scholarship. And finally, let me offer my sincerest congratulations to you all once again on your achievements, and I hope that you enjoy the remainder of what is a very special day. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that now concludes the formal part of today's proceedings, so I hope you enjoyed the ceremony. I would remind you that we have a reception in our nearby Lord Todd building, to which everyone is invited to come along and to celebrate graduation. I've been given the thumbs up from the back of the hall, which indicates that the sun has stayed out, so we will be able to have an academic procession from the barony to the Lord Todd, and I'll take the opportunity to invite Strathclyde's newest graduates to join that academic procession. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could ask you to remain in the hall until the academic procession has passed. I now formally declare this congregation for the conferment of degrees closed.